Welcome back to a Sutter podcast. I'm your host, Victor, along with my co-host, Mark. How you doing, sir? Across from me,
doing
across
good.
this table, wearing a Venom
Yes.
shirt with the headphones on.
Yep, I'm doing good.
Did you have to check what shirt you were wearing? Did you forget?
No,
Oh.
I was just like confused what you were I don't know. I knew I was wearing it. I was just checking it. I don't know. That's just me doing my own fit check.
Yeah.
Victor with the gray crew neck with the gold chains popping out. Can't
Yeah.
see what pants you're wearing. You're wearing olive pants,
Yes,
because
am.
I remember what my homies wear.
Exactly.
That's just how I am.
I had a rush the morning. I couldn't really throw too much on. I threw the easiest I could without having an iron or anything. So now we here.
True,
It's all good though. How are you doing, sir? How's your week? What's going on? What's new with you? How you feeling?
I'm doing better. A little bit early in the week, I was feeling a little bit under the weather. Yeah, it was terrible. But usually again with me, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before. When I get sick, I just immediately attack it, and I'm just like, bro, medicine. I don't care if I overdose. It's like, let me chill. But I just I just be trying to take care of myself because I'm like, bro, I hate being sick. I hate feeling like I can't perform to my best ability. Anyway, so yeah, that was going on a little bit, dragged a little bit, but I got through it. So
happy to hear. Happy to hear. I wish I still had the thing here. I would applause for you.
oh
But we
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
It's
true,
okay.
true, it's okay.
We just got the yeah. There you go. Sometimes you gotta applaud yourself.
Exactly.
Did you hear that thing? I don't know how like true it was, but it was like a news story like on like I forget. I don't know if it was like NBC or one of them, but they were talking about how Benadryl and like epinephrine or Sudafed.
Okay,
One of the two.
The first one I didn't hear of. I'm like, what is that?
What Benadryl is?
No,
okay.
the second,
Gotcha. Yeah, they came out that supposedly like both of them neither of those work actually. Like they're just as good as like a placebo. Like I can hand you like a Mike and Ike and it'd be the same shit.
Interesting. So I mean, placebos only work if the person doesn't know though. So
yeah, but I'm saying like it might as well just be candy at this point.
Yeah,
That's the point I was trying to make.
So they're saying Benadryl and those other two are.
No, I mean I couldn't remember the second one's name. I think it was Sudafed.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, neither of them work, and the doctors have found that you might as well like it has the equivalent effect as a placebo, like that there's no effect on your body, which extends the joke that I've been making for the longest time with Benadryl, where it's like Benadryl doesn't even really. I used to tell people like Benadryl doesn't even work for real. Their whole thing is like you can't have allergies if you're knocked the fuck out. Like that, like that's basically what Benadryl does. It's like it technically works because you're not sneezing because you're unconscious.
Yeah, same thing with hunger. I'm like, you can't be hungry if you're sleeping.
Yeah,
and I'll really be sleeping. I'll be like, yo, I'm hungry, but I'm like, Mark, you can't waste money. Just go to take a nap, bro.
So supposedly it's all bullshit. Which honestly, like, I don't know. Now I feel like my whole life is a lie. So because my family
take Benadryl.
My family does. But I feel like in the past, like I've genuinely taken it before, not for like, oh, like I have like seasonal allergies. Like there's been times where I have like allergic reactions and I've taken it and it thought it helped.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what's up with that. Maybe they changed the formula recently and they were like, because some places do that. Like there are places that like they'll build a name for themselves as being like a good brand and then they'll get bought out by somebody or they just want to make more money. So they'll change the ingredients in the shit and then it just will be fucking you up. Like I think that happened with Old Spice. That like Old Spice was cool for a little bit, and then people started using Old Spice and they started getting like rashes and burns on their armpits. Come to find out, they changed their shit up, and they thought that just because they could whistle in your ear with their commercials, that shit would be cool.
Old Spice dads on the commercial.
Once Terry Crews left, they said we're gonna fuck this shit up.
True.
So yeah,
kind of wild. I've never taken Benadryl like that. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's like very rare when I have allergies. I'm allergic to stuff, obviously, like dust, and for the most part probably like dogs and cats. Still want a dog. I don't care.
I'm saying I never knew that.
Yeah, it just all depends. Like a lot of the times, like if I pet a dog, like I can't put my hands near my face.
Okay.
If I do that and I itch my eye or anything like that, my nose will start getting runny, or like my eyes start getting really like irritated. And a lot of the times I would have to like immediately wash my hands after, because if I end up touching my face for any reason, they will start affecting that. But other than that, though, like
there's some dogs that are hyperallergenic though.
No, for sure, yeah. But like, I know about all those dogs and everything too. But like that could still somewhat affect. It wouldn't be 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of times the only reason why I would get like super like allergic to something was also just be like the pollen, and that
right, which is like most people. You know, we don't have to deal with that. Like technically,
Why?
like technically speaking, I don't know if it's like this in other countries, and I don't know how bullshit this is. I could be completely wrong, but I saw somewhere saying that like they purposely, or like I don't know if it was purpose, but they planted the trees that are planted around the U.S. are like meant to give off that stuff that gives us like other allergies, and that they didn't have to do that. Basically,
so stupid.
So like to basically have us buy like allergy medicine, or like that those trees specifically give off. Like there are other trees they could have planted that just don't do that to us.
I see what you mean. So you're saying the government has done this on purpose?
It sounds crazy when you put it like that, but
no, I mean it's not the craziest thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when you think about the shit that the government has genuinely done in the past, it's not that bad.
It's not that crazy, but it is kind of annoying to think that like, yo, y'all planted these trees here that purposely give off this stuff so that y'all can make money off of the medical, like
because like as the older we like, it seems a lot less far fetched, because a lot of the stuff you end up finding. Like either years later or at the time I was like, this shit's gonna fuck us up. People still use it anyway, like sunscreen, like they be put, or like deodorant. They put like fucking aluminum in their fucking deodorant and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily at this point in my mind it is. I don't know if it's they're genuinely trying to make us sick, or they're just so caught up on making profit that they just put the shitty stuff in the products we produce so they can make more money, or both.
I think it might be a little bit of both. I think they found that like, okay, we clearly. I don't know which one really kind of came first, but
that's like, another thought as well. Is like which one happened first?
Like, did they purposely try to get us sick? That I feel like could be a thing. And then now that they've were able to like control it in a sense, they're like, okay, well, let's just not put too much shitty stuff, but still put enough so that it can still make them feel like, okay, we need to get some medicine,
Because you think about like, don't shoot me. I know, don't put a red dot on my forehead, but when you think about it, a lot of the higher ups in the like billionaire types, like multi-millionaire types, they're invested in a lot of these companies that make these products, and a lot of them are invested in the medical industry as well, like pharmaceutical industry. So when you give us these fucked up things that they're already invested in, and then they a lot of times probably already own the product that's being sold, and they're invested in that stuff as well. Sorry, they give you fucked up product, you go to buy some pharmaceutical shit, and then this shit just keeps on cycling and cycling and cycling.
Yeah.
So when you think about it, it's not that far fetched. When you think about like a lot of the products out there, and then how this shit all ties together, and the food that we're fed, and then how they're tied into prisons as well. There's like private prisons that like business people own prisons and hold actual like fucking prisoners in there, and they make a profit off it because they own those prisons, and they have government contracts with them. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. No.
Yeah, that's why there's people trying to abolish private prisons. Because like Bill Gates could open up a prison, and like the government be like, oh, like this federal prison is too full. Let's move them over here. We'll pay you to like hold these prisoners for us.
Wow, it's just crazy to hear that, because like it's just.
And then you start to think about how shit start, like why
you also just start to think about like, wow, there's like a market in everything.
Exactly.
Like it's kind of crazy. Like yo, we can't hold these niggas in here.
No more. Because
I'm gonna lend them to you.
And then it goes even deeper than that. I tell you, I have every week I write some stuff down. I was like, oh, we could talk about this stuff. I didn't have this in the plans, but it's okay. This is more important than any other bullshit we could have talked about. Then you think about like I said, private prisons, and then I forgot what I was going to say before that. Fuck.
It's okay. I just like I said, that's just crazy. To think that,
it goes deeper than that. Is what I was trying to say, because
found it.
There's a lot of people that like study this stuff, obviously, and they track a long history of like just systemic racism in the country, where it's like, all right, cool, like what happened once slavery was abolished? It's like, all right, once slavery was abolished, or at least like legally, they created the police force and extended all the way up until this time. And then when the Reagan administration came along, there was like a war on drugs type of thing.
Yep.
And now we're at a point where slavery is technically illegal. And that was back at a time where if you were a slave, you didn't have the right to vote. You didn't have you basically were considered an item.
Yep.
Now there's only one type of citizen in the United States that you could basically enforce those same type of rulings onto a citizen. And that's somebody who's federally been charged of a crime. So any prisoner can be taken of their right to vote, can be held in a area and not be able to leave, and work for free, if not close to being close to free. They make like pennies per hour.
Yeah.
And they can get attacked, beat up on, and they can say, oh, you did this to me, but it's like, oh, nobody's going to listen to you because you're a prisoner.
Yeah.
So
being a prisoner is definitely terrible. That's why we try so hard to make sure you don't go to jail.
Yeah.
Man.
But sometimes you can't even fight that because when you get into court, it's like, all right. And then you talk about police arrestings, and it's like, oh, you talk about police killings as well, where they get into a traffic stop and then it ends up escalating to a point where somebody gets shot and passes away, and it becomes this whole, protest or whatever you mean. Yeah. It's like, all right, the police shouldn't have the ability to make that decision. Like, they should at least go into a courthouse and be given a proper trial. But when you go into a courtroom, you're not even guaranteed technically a proper trial as well either, because you see somebody in the past where maybe a 16-year-old person of color gets into something for a certain crime, and then a 16-year-old person who's not a person of color get there for a certain crime. They might get off or probation or 1 to 2 years, and then they're trying a 16-year-old person of color for life.
Yeah, I agree. No, it's just like going into that, like the whole thing with like the court system, a lot of times too, like you might even get like, you might be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and who knows, you might be committed for a crime you didn't even do or something like that, and now it's like, wow, your whole life is kind of taken away from you, mainly also because you're a person of color.
Or they'll hit you with, like things are looking bad for you, like just take this plea deal instead of fighting it in court, because if not, you probably don't have a good chance of winning. So you'll either get, if you fight it, you might get life, but if you take this plea, even if you're not guilty, and you just say you're guilty and take the plea, you'll do 5 years and be out maybe in 3. And then that just fucks up all this other shit later on.
But at the same time, like now you have that on your record. You're looked at as lower now than any citizen you can. And you just have literally almost every right taken away from you.
Exactly.
It's terrible.
So yeah, look up private prisons, bro, when you get home. There's like documentaries and shit. You'll learn a lot.
That's so crazy to think about that.
So you start to think about why there's so many like agendas
I just
pushed
thought
upon.
It would be something for like more like famous like prisoners. That's what I was getting.
That's the thing. There's like celebrity, like,
I mean, I know that different because even when you talk about freaking Eastern State Penitentiary, like Al Capone was in there.
Yeah.
And like man was living in there. Like he was just like chilling. Meanwhile, you got all these other prisons that are like small as hell, literally just concrete, all that. But man's had a quilt in there, cushioned up bed. My man's had a seat, a night lamp, everything. So it's just like, I thought that's kind of where you're leading to, where you're like private prisons, where it's like,
no, because there's because you hear like state prison, federal prison, and there's private prisons.
Yeah, and I just thought those would be more like for the people who are kind of like more like, I guess, famous celebrities, and don't want to be in those.
They'll still be in prison. It's just be like they'll get like special protection just because obviously of their name. They'll probably have a bigger. It's like a lot of times it makes sense because like R. Kelly, for example. It's like people know what he did. Everybody, like, it was on TV.
Yeah.
You're already known because of your celebrity career, and you're a recognizable face. And if somebody doesn't agree with what you did, like, you got a bigger chance of getting fucked up. But even circling back to the Benadryl food stuff thing, you think about like the fucked up shit that people give you, and then you take it even a step further, where it's like, all right, fucking Old Spice makes this product that has fucked up. I'm just an example. This has one deodorant. It's like it's known to give you fucked up shit, but it's cheaper, so maybe some people use it. It's not the best quality one that they have. But then Old Spice also have 6 other lines of deodorant. One that's like organic, or one that doesn't have aluminum. Like it all turns into like marketing at this point. You go to like a food market. I was struggling.
A food market.
Yeah, you go to like a food market, a supermarket.
I figured.
And you think about it, like, there's these regular store brand eggs, and then there's free range, then there's organic, and there's pasteurized, and there's brown eggs, and there's like all this other bullshit. Like at the same time, like I said, it all becomes marketing. And then when you look into some of these stuff, like there's like documentaries on this shit too, where you go to the farms where they on the boxes say like pasture raised, and then legally speaking on like food regulations, they just have to meet this certain requirement to be considered free range. Because free range, like, for y'all that don't know, is just chickens that are just out and about freely, like being grown up on a farm, as opposed to like, I don't know if you've ever seen those type of videos before where they go to those farms where the regular ones that you'll buy, like Walmart brand eggs, they'll be in a cage like this big. It's overstuffed, and then you're just pooping out eggs all day.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up. But there's like a regulation. It's like, like as long as the chicken is in a box that's this big, and it gets like 2 hours of sunlight, then it's free range. But it's still a fucked up chicken egg.
Yeah. That is wild. They don't really.
There's so many ways to cut corners and like finagle the system.
Yeah, it should be a exact amount as far as. I mean, I can't say that because then it's like, if I say a certain length, then be like, that's still not enough. Or it's,
they should just be the fuck outside, and then maybe at night if you want to protect them, you put them in a chicken coop.
Coop.
I think it's coop.
How many chickens are in a coop? Yeah.
Like, you know, a little barn thing for them to chill in at night so they don't get eaten by like wolves or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
And that makes sense. But like, bro, those videos and those documentaries genuinely make me want to turn vegan like that day. Yeah. And then I start to crave food again. But then it's like you could get food in like sustainable ways that aren't fucked up to animals. Like it's just a lot more expensive, unfortunately. Or you go to like those markets, like those Amish markets, which is something I want to talk about in a second.
Going to the whole like, I guess, animal cruelty thing with that. It's just what sucks about that is that like the only reason why it's like that, I feel like, is mainly because it's just like the amount of demand. Like people need them. And I mean, I wouldn't say like, because in my head, I feel like it shouldn't be that much in demand because I feel like I go to the supermarket and no matter what, there's always going to be eggs.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know to what
unless
degree.
It was like a couple years ago, shit was getting a little scary.
Yeah. And I don't know if like to a certain degree, like how much like they constantly stock up on that. But I feel like we don't need that many eggs.
Yeah.
You know? But again,
one,
to each his own.
And then two, there's a lot of waste as well. Think about how many groceries you make, and then a lot of times you end up eating and it ends up getting tossed. Or even in the supermarkets where like something, if they have so many fucking eggs and they're overstocked, and then it gets to a point it's like, oh, like the sell by date is right there. They have to toss that shit out and then they just throw it out back because they can't give it away because legally if somebody gets sick off of it, then people can sue them, which I think is also stupid. Like I feel like there should be a way to label that food. Whereas like if you take this, it's free, but it's under your own risk because it's the due dates or whatever, and you can't sue. But that way, people have access to free food.
So what I see sometimes too, because I know I've seen it at Acme, they have like a certain spot where it's like meat, maybe, or maybe even fish or some other stuff, where it's like if it's kind of getting close to that due date or whatever, it's just cheaper.
Yeah,
you know. So that's like the closest thing I guess they'll do to that.
But if it gets to a point where you're about to throw it out, maybe when I get money, when I start a foundation, it's like, yo, like just give that shit all to us. Yeah. We'll take everything and you don't have to be tied to it anymore. You're gonna throw it out anyway, just give it to us and we'll give it away, and you give away all liability if something were to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's annoying. A lot of it just also goes with money. You know, people want to have credit for all that stuff too. So even if there were people who like, because I forget who I saw, I forget the names. They were like, oh, they have enough money to end like this percentage of like world hunger.
That's like every big name billionaire has the ability to do so, and like, and they wouldn't even notice the money is gone.
Yeah, but the thing that irks me about that too is like, obviously I want them to do it, right? But it's like I want them to do it, but consciously know like, okay, I don't want anything in return. Yeah, but that's the thing. They're not, because to them it's like, oh, well, if I'm doing this, like
I gotta get something.
Clearly,
out of it.
I should be getting something out of it. It's like, bro, just get the satisfaction that literally
that you did.
Half of the world
that you were the person to give. Like,
I would be fine with that, bro. Put my ass in my face just like this on a book, and just be like, bro, this guy. We're stopping.
If you do that, at least give the guy a statue.
Like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
That's
bro.
Cool. Like, whatever.
Something. Like, I don't need to constantly keep earning money with that, because if I'm a billionaire, like, okay, I'm already making money. Like, that's the whole issue. Everybody wants to constantly keep making more, but it's like, bro, you're gonna get to a certain point, you're not even gonna need it. Like, you know, like, I don't know. I guess it's all about legacy, because they want to be able to make sure that money's maintained throughout their whole like.
Bro, they sneeze and make $1 million, bro. It's like,
it's just.
But then you think about it and you start to realize how much this country in and of itself is a business, because even with donations, it's a tax write-off and they make money off of it somehow. Because like every time you go to fucking some retail store and they're like, do you want to round up and donate to this? They're taking that money and donating it and using it as a tax write-off for themselves. Yeah. So it's like, you're better off just either giving it direct to the foundation on your own, or just using that money and doing good on your own time. Because either way, like even when they're like trying to make it seem like it's for a good cause, at the end of the day, it's still for the bottom line type shit. So
yeah, I like I said, it's a little weird for stuff like that, because like I said, I would just be the type of person who would be like, okay, let me bring like all this machinery, all this type of like land preserve anything. I'll like, let's bring it to Africa. Let's try to find a way to make soil, do all that, so that way they can have their own food, all that stuff, and just like eventually just be able to live on their own. But again, in my head, I'm like, okay, this person's gonna build that stuff, build like a factory, and be like, oh, I'll slap my name on it. Now y'all have to give me a percentage of everything y'all use. It's just like, oh my god, like I don't want to have to deal with that.
And then the government, world governments, and overall, like they are better off when the citizens are doing bad in a way. Yeah. So it's like if we're sick, they're doing good because we're paying for the insurances and medicines somewhere. Yeah, so it's all a thing. They all profit off of our suffering, basically.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So it's not fun. Speaking of the government, because it's been a fun little government episode. Did you see, or I mean, I'm sure you got it on your phone, like that alert at like 2:30. What was it, like Wednesday? I think
it was two. It came off for me at 2:17. It was supposed to happen at 2:20. That joint came 3 minutes early. The government knew what they were doing. They're like, we're gonna tell y'all it's this time and really get y'all. Yeah, that joint came 3 minutes early.
They said they did the old school like fire alarm at school type thing,
bro. Everybody,
or it's like at any moment you're just gonna have that pop off.
That was the worst thing ever. I don't know so why. Loud. I don't know why they thought doing that for children would be a good idea. Like, I get it. You want us to be aware. I'm sorry. I'm not deaf though. Even if I was, somebody would just tap me and say, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, you really have to be an asshole to hear a fire alarm like that and be like, I'm not going to tell you, like, let's go. I'm just going to let you sit there while you're deaf and you're still trying to finish your sentence. Like, no, that's fucked up. So why they had it that loud, I would never understand. But
I guess to make sure it's like, yo, you got no excuse, bro. If you say you ain't hear it, you the problem. Like, and they had the flashing light too in case you were deaf.
Bro, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand like why it was so loud. Like, bro, you would, and then the alarm would be right there at the stairs. Like, and you're just passing by, and I literally would just heard like it was just a high pitched tone, like
little kids running past it, like
I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Bro, it'd be the worst too when it'd be like, would it be going on during their nap time, bro? They'd be so rocked. I'm like, yo, why did y'all do this?
Just rubbing the drool and boogers out. It's like,
I'm like, yo, y'all are terrible.
Can you imagine the one young boy that just sleep through it?
They're like, come on, Jimmy.
Because there's always that one kid, like he just be rocked out like beyond belief. No, but the reason I bring that up is because obviously that happened, and like even though I knew it was coming because I saw a notice about it like a week prior from like a news source, I was like, all right, cool, I know it's coming. I still was like, whoa, what the fuck? Because I was working from home that day, and I was like, this is a test, but I immediately just like turned it off because it pissed me off. But then what made me laugh even more, and I never thought about this, but it was just hilarious. I don't know if you saw that article that said like a bunch of Amish people got exposed for having cell phones because of the alarm.
Oh my god, that's drawing. Imagine being one of those people, bro, and everybody just looking at you, bro.
you at the town, like,
what is that sound?
Town meeting. Just he's like.
Just throws it somewhere else. Oh my god, how did this get in here?
What was that?
I don't know. The government is infiltrating.
I don't know why they don't sound American.
I mean, they have accents, I feel like, don't they?
I don't know.
I feel like they do. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's like certain parts of like where they're at, but I swear they do. But yeah, bro. That'd be wild, yo.
Yeah, imagine getting exposed like that. You ever seen like those shows like Breaking Amish and all that shit?
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
and how like they just like wild out. I think I talked about it before. There was like a documentary about. I'm talking about a lot of documentaries today, and I haven't watched one in a minute. That some girl or like they interviewed a bunch of people. You know what's funny? So before I go into, there's a movie about this. It's a comedy movie. I don't know if you've seen it before. With what's his name? What's the guy who voiced Chris and Peter in Family Guy?
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane, he's in it. He's like an Amish guy in it. But I forget what exactly the event or whatever it is called. But like when you reach a certain age in like the Amish community, you get to like leave the community for like a day or a weekend or something just to see what the outside world is like. And then you just kind of come back and like I think it's like when you're technically an adult, like they get to let you, like that type shit. But like they both like men and women get to do it. And they were interviewing a bunch of people about that. I was like, oh, like, what do you like for the documentary? Like, oh, what are you gonna do once you get out there? Whatever. She's like, oh, like I want to go see a movie. Like,
I feel like we definitely talked.
Yeah, I've mentioned it. It's like I want to go see a movie. I want to go grab dinner or whatever. And it was like immediately, like hours later, like she was doing like heroin.
Yeah.
So like,
I just don't even get how you get to that. Like, how did you?
Just from being restrained for so long, bro. Like,
but like, even though like. Imagine being a little kid, right? Because I don't know the age, like you said, like where they do that.
Probably like 16 or something.
Even worse, like imagine being that age, right? 16 years. I would say for the most part, there's like maybe a good 7 of those years where you're actually like understanding like what's happening.
Right.
Like, this is your lifestyle basically for the rest of your life. So to be stuck in that kind of like, I guess, mindset, and then at some point be told you get to go out into the free world. I feel like it's the same thing. It's crazy how I'm kind of tying this in. Being in prison, like when you're let out, and you're like people who are incarcerated for like years and years and they come out, they wouldn't know exactly like what to do, how to act. This also goes from Shawshank Redemption because like he got out after like all those years and he didn't understand what the world was like, you know,
what to do with himself,
you know. And I just feel like to be let out at that age, regardless if you're young, I would be just kind of like terrified. Like, I don't know what to do, like how to go over. So to the fact that like
being institutionalized.
Yeah. So, but the fact that like she was over here talking about like she ended up doing hair. That's why I'm like, where did your journey start after you let out to like it went to there? Like,
there's also probably like no warning as well. Like they like there's nobody who there to prepare you for that.
I would just say, look, there's things out there that's called drugs.
But they probably like how much do they know as well too, like the parents and shit, you know? When you think about it.
I mean, I guess that's understandable, but if you're sending your kid out there, like,
or just like temptations, you know what I mean? Because like you're so used to living this boring life. No offense, but like simple life, I should say, not boring.
All the Amish people right now.
Yeah, they're not watching.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
Well, some of them are, but some of them got their phones confiscated because they got caught.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you think about the temptation of just living such a simple life. And it's like, yo, like try this drug. Like it's gonna make you feel like, oh my God. And like, yo, I've never lived in my life. Like, let me just wallow. I got 2 days, bro. I need to experience 20 years of life in 2 days. I found out the name of the thing though. I just wanted to tell you. It's called Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I gotta see if I can find the movie real quick. My bad.
But it's just one of those things where I'm like if it was me. Again, I don't know because I wasn't in that life growing up.
Seth Green, not Seth MacFarlane.
Oh, Seth Green.
Seth MacFarlane is the guy who made Family Guy.
Got you.
The movie's called Sex Drive.
I
don't know if you've seen it before.
No, I haven't. But where was I going with it? Basically, the idea, like, if it was me, like, I would just be one to like, taste these certain foods.
Yeah.
Go to an amusement park. You know, like just that's a whole day.
That's what they said they was going to do. They probably was on the bus on the way and it was like, hey, man.
And after that, they never made it to Six Flags. Yeah. They saw Six Flags, all right.
And I was like, what the fuck Six Flags got for me? I'm going to try this Coke, motherfucker. Right?
So that's just, I don't know. That's me.
I hope they can't hear us.
Oh, well, bro. This is how heated our conversations get. But yeah, that's just crazy to think. Like, that's how far you went. Like, I don't know. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, in 2 days, like, I ain't gonna say it's hard to find it, but like that's quick. Yeah. Like to be someone who doesn't know shit.
Ease your way into it, lady.
That's what I'm saying. Like
smoke a little pot first.
Like, yo, for you to go
Baby
that
steps.
quick into that, I'm just like amazed. Like, bro,
go to Sky Zone.
Something, bro. I don't know, but like, damn.
Yeah, wild. But we out of time, unfortunately. I believe. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, we're definitely out of time. We need to hop up out of here. That was a fun conversation. At one point we got to get back to these 1 hour episodes. We haven't done it in a minute, but I feel like we be on a roll and then we're like, yeah, we gotta keep it to this time. So we'll get back to that because somebody told us when we was in high school that nobody gonna listen to y'all for an hour. Yeah, I remember that motherfucker too. I'm gonna see you on Sunday. But we appreciate you guys for listening. Appreciate all the love. We'll keep doing what we do, and we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.